This song that I wrote, I think I was 25, 26 when I wrote this song. And I just signed a publishing deal. And I'd started having a few songs recorded. And I'll never forget, I turned this song in, and my publisher was also a hit songwriter, and he put a big red X through the second verse, and it pissed me off. Because I felt like, it just made me mad. And so anyway, he's like, this song is, nobody's ever gonna record this song because it's slow, it's sad, and the second verse needs to be rewrote. And I said, I'm not changing one word. And it's the first time I ever stood up for my writing, or myself for that matter, and said, I'm not changing one word. And so a couple days later, my song plugger pitched this song, and Garth Brooks records this song. It's, yeah, that's what I thought. And Garth Brooks has sold 100 million albums, and so I'm got a lawn chair by the mailbox. I'm waiting on that money to come in. And then about a day or two after that, this brand new band in town records it. And Garth, being the nice guy he is, he lets these guys have this song because he, I think, found out one of them was from his home state, Oklahoma, is the story I got. But anyway, so he gave it to them, which bummed me out because they hadn't sold one yet. And so it made their album, and their label was like, man, it's a great song. It's never going to be a single. It's slow, it's sad. And they didn't say anything about the second verse, but they said it's slow and sad. Well, they put out 2 singles. They both went to #1. They hadn't sold a whole lot yet, but they were looking for a third single, and this DJ in Nashville named Jerry House plays this song on his morning show, and the phones lit up. And I think they sold something like 60,000 units that day in Nashville. So they decided it wasn't too slow, it wasn't too sad. And so anyway, they put it out. Became ACM Song of the Year that year. And yeah. And that new band was Rascal Flatts. Yeah. So like I did with the Reba song, it's funny, you live long enough, you start having other things happen to you. And I went through a divorce, and anyway, I was having a hell of a time. And anyway, I had a buddy of mine say, man, you should go talk to somebody. And I said, well, I'm from Rogersville, Alabama. We don't talk to people, And I got a lot of pride, I grew up down there where, you get knocked down, you get back up, But I was really struggling. And the music business had kind of went crazy, and I was just lost. And he said, well, you really need to go talk to somebody. I said, man, I don't want to talk to anybody that might know who I am or what I do. And he said, well, this guy is in Columbia, which is an hour south, and he don't know anything about you. I said, all right, for you, I'll do it. And so I drive down to Columbia, an hour south, and I'm laying there on this dude's couch and spilling my guts out. And it just came easy, like you just start a little and this dam broke, and next thing I know, I'm sitting there crying on this stranger's couch, and he's over there writing, sitting in his chair. And he said, I want you to go home, and I want you to download this song, and I want you to live by these lyrics. And he folds this piece of paper up, and he hands it to me, and I'm walking out the door. And I open it up, and I'm like, I wrote this son of a bitch. And I ain't paying you one dime, buddy. And but I'll never forget what he said to me after he looked at me, and he said, well, I just want you to know, he looked shocked, and he said, I've only handed this same piece of paper to everybody I've seen for the last 12 years. And I got in my car, and I'm driving back, and I guess for me, being lost and everything, that I don't know what it did for me, but it maybe gave me a reason that I do what I do. It might have told me that I might have something else to say. I've dealt with my ghost and I faced all my demons. Finally content with the past I regret. I found you find strength in your moments of weakness. For once I'm at peace with myself. I've been burdened with blame, trapped in the past for too long. I'm moving on. I've lived in this place and I know all the faces. Each one is different, but they're all the same. They mean me no harm, but it's time that I face it. They'll never allow me to change. But I never dreamed home would end up where I don't belong. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. At last I can see life has been patiently waiting for me. And I know there's no guarantees, but I'm not alone. There comes a time in everyone's life when all you can see are the years passing by. And I haven't made up my mind that those days are gone. I sold what I could and packed what I couldn't. Stopped to fill up on my way out of town. I love like I should, just live like I shouldn't. I had to lose everything to find out. Maybe forgiveness will find me somewhere down this road. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Thank y'all so much for having me.